Imagine a world secretly governed by a shadowy race of shape-shifting reptilian beings, manipulating humanity from the highest seats of power. This fantastical notion, both captivating and unsettling, forms the crux of the Reptilian Conspiracy Theory, a phenomenon that weaves together myth, fiction, and fringe belief into a narrative that has captured imaginations across the globe. As extraordinary as it seems, this theory's allure stems not just from its drama, but from its ability to offer a sense of order amid chaos and a clear enemy behind the world's enigmatic events. To understand its enduring grip on segments of society, one must journey from ancient mythologies to modern conspiratorial landscapes, exploring how this idea has evolved, spread, and entwined itself with broader cultural anxieties. At its heart, the Reptilian Conspiracy Theory posits that a covert race of shape-shifting reptilian humanoids has infiltrated the world's power structures. These entities, known by names like archons, reptoids, or draconians, are believed to disguise themselves as leading figures, politicians, royalty, and influencers, pulling the strings of global affairs from behind a mask of humanity. Central to the modern form of this belief is David Icke, a British conspiracy theorist, whose writings and lectures detail a complex narrative in which ancient myth, extraterrestrial origin stories, and allegations of sinister rituals coalesce into a chilling vision of hidden domination. Terminology within the theory is deliberately flexible, allowing it to absorb elements from Gnostic lore, science fiction, ufology, and folk beliefs, thereby enhancing its resonance for followers seeking connections to their own worldviews. Reptilian figures slither through the annals of human imagination, stretching back to the ancient Nāga, half-human, half-serpent beings revered or feared in Eastern mythologies. Stories of cunning, deceptive serpent men have long served as vessels for cultural fears and archetypes, often embodying the threat of hidden evil or forbidden knowledge. The leap from legend to conspiracy owes much to pulp fiction. In the 1929 story, The Shadow Kingdom, Robert E. Howard introduced serpentine shapeshifters lurking in human society, a trope that lent itself to the growing body of occult and speculative writing. American occultist Maurice Doreal layered further mystique, blending pulp monsters with lost civilizations and secret histories in works that later influenced conspiracy architects like David Icke. This evolutionary chain, myth to fiction to pseudo-history, highlights how archetypes can be seamlessly repurposed to explain new societal stresses, granting old monsters a fresh and menacing relevance. The persistent attributes of these beings, shape-shifting, infiltration, subterranean layers, and mind control, testify to the narrative power of recurring themes that transcend time and cultural context. David Icke's transformation from television host to the world's foremost reptilian theorist is as dramatic as the theories he espouses. After a public declaration of being the Son of God and making apocalyptic predictions in the early 1990s, Icke reinvented himself as a messianic figure, amassing global followers enthralled by his claims of unveiling hidden truths. Icke's hallmark work, The Biggest Secret, outlined his assertion that blood-drinking, interdimensional reptilians from the Alpha Draconis star system exert control over humanity through elite families and secret societies. Vivid descriptions of dark rituals, negative energy harvesting, and underground empires provide believers with a tangible villain and a narrative that ties together worldwide suffering under a single, almost cosmic, conspiracy. He often explicitly names targets, royal families, political dynasties, and financial powers, casting them as either direct descendants or puppets of these malevolent overlords. His charismatic self-positioning as an enlightened revealer of hidden knowledge profoundly influences those seeking exclusive truths and a sense of distinction from the broader populace. The Reptilian Conspiracy Theory is built on gripping foundational tenets that sustain and broaden its appeal. Chief among these is the belief in masterful shapeshifting. The reptilians seamlessly assume human forms, using mind control and subterfuge to ascend to power. Linked closely is the narrative of the Babylonian Brotherhood, elite bloodlines supposedly engineered to be the reptilians' earthly proxies, furthering an agenda of global domination under a future New World Order. A particularly esoteric twist holds that these beings feed on negative human emotions, orchestrating wars, disasters, and depravity to harvest the psychic energy thus released. Through these claims, the theory transforms complex and frightening global realities, political instability, violence, and tragedy into the machinations of a tangible, albeit fantastic, adversary. Its inherent elasticity allows it to adapt to new events, absorb various subplots, and retain internal coherence in the eyes of believers, reinforcing a grand, unified narrative. Far from fading into obscurity, reptilian conspiracy thinking strides across modern society, influencing internet discourse, satirical commentary, and even the rhetoric of political figures. Jokes and accusations about lizard people have appeared in election campaigns, comedy routines, and viral media, intertwining serious belief with cultural parody. Polls reveal a non-trivial minority in places like the US who entertain these claims, while high-profile incidents, including criminal acts, underscore the real-world consequences of belief in hidden reptilian overlords. Elements of the theory have been woven into broader conspiracies such as QAnon, while its frequent intersection with anti-Semitic tropes has drawn sharp criticism and concern. Beyond conspiracy circles, reptilian figures exude an undeniable allure in pop culture, starring as antagonists and enigmatic creatures in movies, television, and video games. This cross-pollination between mass entertainment and fringe belief perpetuates the reptilian archetype, making it difficult to separate myth from meme in the contemporary imagination. Skeptics widely dismiss the reptilian conspiracy as unfounded, highlighting its utter lack of scientific credibility and reliance on circular logic that insulates itself from disproof. When challenged, adherents often interpret contradictory evidence as further proof of the conspiracy's depth and cunning. Academic research has identified psychological patterns underlying belief in such theories: a need for control, heightened pattern recognition, and a deep desire to feel part of an exclusive group. These tendencies, while not pathological, reflect universal aspects of human cognition exaggerated to the point of embracing elaborate and improbable narratives. Critics also warn of the theory's dangerous capacity for demonization, fostering real-world hostility by personifying complex problems as the willful acts of monstrous others. Its frequent entanglement with anti-Semitic motifs remains a source of alarm, as historic prejudices are dressed up in new, elaborate costumes for a digital age. The Reptilian Conspiracy Theory stands as a testament to humanity's enduring appetite for secrets, monsters, and grand explanations for the world's misfortunes. Evolving from ancient myths into a sprawling, modern tapestry of belief, it skillfully entwines fear and fantasy, fulfilling deep-rooted psychological needs for meaning, control, and uniqueness. Yet beneath its spectacle lies a serious warning. Narratives this powerful and adaptable can influence not just fringe believers, but seep into mainstream thought, shaping culture, politics, and actions in visible and sometimes troubling ways. As we peer into the murky depths of societies haunted by reptilian shadows, we are compelled to reflect on why such tales resonate so strongly, and what their survival reveals about the anxieties and ideals lurking within our collective psyche.